computer. Okay. Um, so good morning, all intellectual adventurers. So today, still there are two persons. Fine. Okay. So today I'll talk about advanced LaTeX programming. So of course I will say something about what LaTeX is and where it is used. But if you want to know more about the basics of the LaTeX, then you can also look at uh, other resources. But I will also talk a bit about that part also. So just so today I'll talk about various packages in the LaTeX. So LaTeX, as it stands, or as we use it for, it is used for high quality documents and also for books. So you can literally make any kind of document in it, any kind of document, be it a certificate, be it a letter, be it a book, be it an article, anything. You can so whatever that can be done in, let's say, Word or Office org, or for example Pages in Macintosh. So all those things can be done in LaTeX, but in an extremely beautiful manner, in an extremely beautiful manner. So unless you see the output of the document, you will not be able to appreciate. So let me show you how the LaTeX document looks like. So okay, Richa, are you able to hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can see the screen also.
Okay, so now I will talk about these various packages and talk about the utilities where these packages can be used. Okay, so now I'll stop sharing my screen, and I will again share my. Oh, sorry, I should have shared my screen. Okay. Okay, so now I'll show.
You want it? Yeah.
Can you see? Okay, no, not now.
Yes, I
Okay,
can
so
see the other one also.
fine. So let me first start with multi-call. So multi-call, as the name is suggesting, is used for writing multi-column document. Okay. So this is the bare minimum code, the basic simple code. So let me now compile this. So I'm using, so this is something called as TeX Studio. TeX Studio is the editor for LaTeX document. So just to give some basics. So this is the document type I've defined. So document type is article here, but the document type can also be a book, can also be, let's say, a poster, or can also be anything. And this, so whenever I have to include new package, so this is the command I use package, and then the name of the package in the curly braces. So here I've used two packages. This is the blind text package, and this is the multi-call package. Okay. So and you can use as many packages as you want, but they should not be in conflict with each other. So it is possible, because I have seen many times that there are some packages which are in conflict with each other. So if that is not happening, you can use any sort of package. So, and this is the first thing. So you can put title. So title would be multi-calls demonstration, and the author is I put any arbitrary name. This is intellectual adventurers, and date is this, and then you have to specify from where the document has started. Okay. So if you don't write this make title, then this title will not come. So you have to supply a separate command for that. So make title will ensure that this title gets printed. And now now these are the basic. So a basic document structure is that it contains sections, subsections, subsections, paragraphs, bullets, and so on. It can also contain quotes, for example. So here when I'm using this multi calls, so here I'm using this multi-call package here. So and this is the argument. So here I'm saying that you use multi-call package with 3 columns. So I can even make it 2, I can make it 4, 5, 6, or whatever I want. Okay.
Okay.
So now let me run this. So now let me compile this code. So now it has been compiled and it gives you this. So whenever you compile a TeX document or the LaTeX document, it will give you an output in PDF format. So let me see. Yeah, here it is. So PDF has been generated now. Okay. So
Okay.
and the name of the document is multi-calls demonstration, and the author name is Intellectual Adventurers, and the date is this. So everything has been printed, and now since this was in the square bracket, because you see this thing, all human beings are subjected to decay. So here it is. So that's why it did not come in multi columns. It just gave you only one column. Okay.
Why it did it not come to multi-column?
Because it's inside the square bracket. Here.
Okay, so it is like subsection. Okay.
No, not subsection, but it is inside the square bracket.
If you will remove that square bracket, what will happen?
You see it for yourself. This will happen.
Oh.
So so we want to keep this because it will give it a better or better aesthetic appeal. Okay. So this is the first thing, and then you can also use multi-call, and then you can also use multi-call in a nested in a nested manner. So for example, you can use okay. So let me give you one more example now. So it means that the multi-call thing has ended here, and and even if I write some more text here, it will also come in the multi-call format. But when I go outside this, so let's say I'm here, so I will now use and enumerate. I will use bullets, for example. So I will use another environment called enumerate. So an item will give me, so item number 1, item number 2, item number 3. So let's say first item, second item, and say third item. Okay. So when I compile this, I'll get this. Okay. First item, but this is not inside the multi-call. Okay. But when I put this thing inside the multi-call, okay. So maybe I'll show it here. So begin multi-calls. So I will use 3 here, and this is my content. So now you see what will happen. So I will use a separate section here. Let's say second section like this. So now let's see what happens here.
Okay.
First item, second item, third item. So now it is divided into 3 columns. So and I can even do this. So I can even make it 4 or 5 or whatever I want. Okay. So I think one person is also joined.
Yes.
Oh, Gyanti is here. Fine. Hello, Gyanti. How are you? Oh, maybe I'm not audible too. Fine. So this takes care of the multi-calls package. So does anyone has any question about multi-calls package? Because unless you experiment with it, play with it, so it has n number of features. For example, if I talk of this multi-calls package, it has n number of features with it. So you just have to. So for example, let me make it 2 this time. So now see what happens. So now you get 2 columns now, as you can see. But then every time you have to make, so every time you make changes in the LaTeX document, every time you have to compile it. So now you see the PDF document has also been updated. So now it has got 2 columns. Okay. So okay. So now let me again ask this question. Does anyone of you has any question to ask? Because then I will move to the next package.
I don't have any question. I already asked.
Or if you want me to try something else, or you want something to try and want me to try instead, because I am operating the LaTeX document. Anything?
Not from my side.
Gyanti?
You can ask to Gyanti. Maybe he has written, so maybe he is not able to unmute or something like that.
Oh, he's not able to.
I think, I don't know.
Okay. He's not writing anything.
No,
Anyway,
he has sent the message on chat, like when you asked how are you, then he has written nice.
okay, fine then. So this was the first package. So now let me go to listings package. Okay. So we have taken care of multi-call package. So let me summarize now. Multi-call is used for writing a document in multiple columns, and you can also use it in a nested manner. Oh, yeah, I did not give that example. So let me show you one more thing then. Okay, fine. So let's say this is this first, and then you can use it in a nested manner. So you can use multi-calls inside multi-calls. So for example, like this. Let's say fourth item, and then oh no, sorry. Let's say I'll put 2, and content is something. No, maybe this. Begin something. You see, so now what it has done, first, second, and so for the fourth item, it is now divided into 2 columns. So for the first, second, third, fourth, and for the fourth one, it is divided into 2 columns. So maybe I should decrease something like this. Now see, still not coming. It is not coming here. Okay, there must be some problem with it. Anyway, so maybe I should not. No, maybe just 2 here and 2 there. Like this. So for the fourth one, it has come this way. Maybe I should use 3 there. So for the fourth one, it has divided into 2 columns. Can do you understand this, what I'm doing here, or what has been done here?
I'm trying to understand what is that like 1, 2, how it is coming again.
Because it will so for this one, it will divide again into 2 columns here. So this is
Okay.
column number 1, column number 2. So although it was already in it was already having 3 columns, but then it will, because I've used this nested multi calls, so it will again divide that column into 2 more columns.
Oh, acha. Okay.
Fine. Okay. So let me go to the next one. So let me do one thing. So this is one thing. Now let me go to listings. So listings may not be useful for all of you, but then it is useful for at least the case when you are trying to or writing, for example, any kind of code with your LaTeX document. So let me explain. So let me show you how. So many times you may use you may need to incorporate Mathematica program, Python program, C program, C++ program, Fortran, Java, any kind of program in your LaTeX document. Then this is how you would do it. So let me first compile it, and then I will explain various different things. Okay. So this is what you get. So this is so you wanted to incorporate a Python code in your LaTeX document. So let me also write something here. So let me an example of writing a Python code in LaTeX. So it will write here. You see, so text comes here and this comes here. Okay. So and it also gives you the line numbers. So here I'm just importing a NumPy package of Python, and this is just a function which returns, okay, which does something and will return some value. I don't know what it is, what the code is doing, but then you can incorporate your Python code, because you see here the color of the definition, because definition is a function or method in Python. So if you have various colors for different things, then it is very easy to read the code. And here you can see the hash. So hash means that it has been commented. So it has already got a green color, and this has the red, pink color, and these have been properly indented.
So
So
if
it is,
we want to copy from this code, can we copy this? Like, can we select this?
it is difficult to copy, but then if you copy from here, you may have to make edits in your code. So it's not that straightforward to copy from because it's a PDF file. You see, it's a PDF file.
So I have a question. So like it is looking like we are taking that picture or screenshot of that some Python code, or we are just importing that
No,
screenshot here.
it's a
It's not like
PDF. It's a PDF.
okay.
It's a PDF. So whatever. So LaTeX will always, almost always, because okay. So LaTeX will give output in the PDF format. So you see, it's a, so I can just see the document here. So this Text Studio, the software for editing LaTeX document, has the feature that you can edit your document here and you can see the output here.
Okay.
But ultimately the output is in the form of a PDF. So which is this document. So
No,
this is the final document that you have.
my question was not that what is that document? It is a PDF. I understood that, but if you will take a screenshot of some Python code, and if you will import that screenshot on in this document, then it will look like it will look the same, or it will be different.
But then you cannot make changes to your, yeah, it is okay. You can also insert images in your LaTeX document. But then you cannot make changes to the images. But then here you can always make changes.
Okay, yeah, got it.
Okay, so any questions before we proceed further? Oh, Nikhil is also here. Good. Any questions from Nikhil or Gyanti? Because I think because Gyanti has some familiarity with the LaTeX programming, but in LaTeX. So, but then once you get used to the LaTeX, the
Yeah,
LaTeX.
Rahul bhai, you kindly send this document if possible in email.
Yeah, sure.
Even,
I'll send all of these documents.
even though I am able to follow, but sometimes I am getting confused.
Yeah, sure. I will
So,
send all of these documents. I will share a link on the YouTube.
yes, it will be quite useful.
Okay, fine. So
Okay.
so let me go to the third one. So the third one is I don't know how to pronounce laterin. So laterin is used for for putting drop caps. So let me explain more how it is useful or what it is used for. So let me just cancel this. Oh, okay, fine. So let me just open that thing. Yeah. So so once I compile this, you will understand what I'm saying. It's maybe it's for some kind of aesthetic appeal. Can you see it here? Let me show this thing. Where is the PDF? Yeah, here. So can you see this? The V is larger and other texts are as usual.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is drop cap. So in the language of publishing or whatever you call it as, it is called as drop cap. So in LaTeX you can even do these kind of things. So it's very straightforward to do. And then you can also specify that how large should be the size of V. So for example, it should be possible from here, slope, no indent, highway. No indent. Well, I think there's one more argument which I'm not able to, which I did not put here, but yes. So this can be this can have large customization options. So you can customize it according to your need. And okay, so let me say that again. So why at all do we use LaTeX? So first, so a very important reason is that LaTeX is completely open because it's open source. And the second thing is, when you compare the LaTeX output and the Word and the usual Word or Pages or over or whatever LibreOffice output, it's not even comparable. LaTeX documents are so pretty, so beautiful. They cannot be just compared with Word or anything of that sort. So that and not only documents, you can also write books, very extremely high quality books, and posters and certificates or whatever you want. So almost anything can be done in LaTeX, and that too in a very beautiful manner. Okay, so I've talked about this. So now let me talk about color. I mean, so you already know what would that do. So many times we may need different kind of colors in our document. So the color package is exactly used for that purpose. So let me open the document for color. So here I've written, so I have to just invoke this package, text color, use package color, and this is the command. Okay, so the command is, so let me do it for you again. So the command is text color, and it has, oh sorry, and it has two arguments. So first argument is the name of the color, and you can read it on what internet. There are many color options here. So here I've taken red, blue, yellow, green, cyan, magenta. So let me again take, let's say, red, and I'll write, let's say Rahul is let's say theoretical physicist. Okay, so I'll now compile this. So this is the output. Can you see this? So this is red, blue, yellow, green, cyan, magenta. So you can have literally any kind of color in LaTeX, literally any kind of color. You can also define your color in LaTeX because it also has that what RGB scheme. So depending upon the combination of red, green, and blue, you can literally create any kind of color in LaTeX. Okay.
So I have a doubt. You are writing the name of the color in the code. So if we will create any color, so like how will write the name, or like how will we define the name of that mixing?
Oh, that you have to search because I've not included it here. But then you can you can give it some other name, some alpha, beta, gamma color. Then you will specify.
So when means if we have to make any a different color, we have to give that a name, then we can use here. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, and just one more detail that you can see that this is not properly aligned, because by default it will give an indent. So if I use this command no indent, then you will see what will happen. You see, now it is properly aligned. So yeah, and there are more packages. So for example, I mean, I'm not sure that how many of you will ever use LaTeX, or maybe you will use LaTeX in your future careers. I don't know, but then for us, there are even more useful packages. For example, one package can strike out some particular text, so that we can suggest to our collaborator that this is what it was supposed to be. It was not supposed to be this, but something else. So we can cut that part and write, this is what I think should be the right thing, or should be the correction, or whatever it is. So those packages are also, I think that is called ulim package, if I remember it correctly. That's ulim package. So that is done in ulim. Let me recall it if I remember the command. Yes, yeah. I think this is the thing. Let me see. So yeah, this is right then. Yeah, as you can see here. So it will strike out the text. So as out means striking out the text, and then you can also underline, you can highlight. So whatever you can do, anything that you can do in Word can also be done in LaTeX. Even more than that, LaTeX can do far more, it in a far more better way, exceptionally better way. I mean, you cannot compare Word and LaTeX, really. To be honest, you cannot really compare. These two are not comparable. You should not compare them. Okay, fine. So do you have any questions before I proceed to the next package?
I don't have.
Okay. So now let me talk about enum item. Okay, enum item. So enum item is again, I mean, so in some, so it doesn't have that functionality. I mean, it's only for the ornamental or aesthetic purpose, but you may find it useful eventually. So let me open that document now. So what enum item does is that you may, so by default, okay, let me just so what have I done here is that if I write this, so it has basically commented this region. So it will not be compiled. If I write this, if false fee, and whatever is there in between, it will not be compiled. So let me compile it without it. So this is what I get. So this is something, or whatever I've written. But by default, these will be 1, 2, 3, 4. But then let's say you want to make it something different. So then you will use this package, enum item. So so now let me compile this also. So let me also write, and you see now first, second, third, and fourth has come. The same thing. The same thing, but now it is first, second, third, and fourth. So and you can also, for example, make this R smaller, so it will give this. It will give this. And you can put any kind of bullet here. So maybe you can put a, let's say, square here. I think it will also work. Let me check. Maybe it will work. Let me check. I think it will work. Let me check. No, it is not working. It is not working either. So maybe this will work. Oh, fine. So yeah, but then you can put symbols here. So maybe I think this should work certainly. You see, star, 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 star. So you can literally put any kind of bullet here, and that bullet will appear here. So if I put full stop here, full stop will also appear like this. Can you see? So yes, so as I said before, it may not be that useful package, but then if you are really if you are really picky about using some specific bullet types, then this is the package to use. Okay, so but yes, this package will be useful for you. So I mean, for many of you, this package will be useful. So this is called LScape package. So let me now tell you something about this LScape package. So LScape is the kind of short form for landscape mode, because many a times our tables or maybe figures are very large, so that they can only fit in the landscape mode, but not in the usual portrait mode. So this is where you use the LScape package. So let me open that. So here it is very simple. So here I've just used this package LScape, and here you can see, you see here. So here I've used begin landscape. So by default, let me also do, and this means some uh, some random text. So lipsum would mean some random text, which I'm not generating, but that is useful for the teaching purpose. So let me now compile this code, and you will understand what I mean. Okay, now it is compiled. So now let me open the code, or rather the output. Yeah, here it is. So this is first page, okay, the usual portrait mode, but then the second page would be in the landscape mode. Can you see this? So this is very useful when you have very large tables or very large figures that cannot be incorporated on the in the portrait mode. So then you use the landscape package. So this is the usual portrait mode. This is the landscape mode, and then again you switch to the usual portrait mode, because I'm using this thing because this thing is written outside the landscape. So are you able to understand this?
Yes.
Are you all okay? Fine. So any question about this landscape? I mean, you can think of many different uses once you start using it, because unless you don't use it, you will not find uses of it. Because I have used I have used it many times in my research, or in writing papers, or in my doctoral dissertation also. Okay. So any questions before we proceed to the next package?
No, sir.
Okay, silence means no. Fine. So let me go to the next one. This you will certainly like. So by the name itself, you can see that it's kind of ornament. It will put those ornamental lines in the document, and at least I love it very much. So let me now give an example of how does it look like. It's very beautiful, as you will see. Okay, so you just have to include this package PGF ornament, and this is one, and this is so whenever you put something in the square bracket, it's an optional command, or optional argument for that package. So now let us compile it, and you will see it will give something very beautiful. Can you see this?
Yes.
So even these kind of things can be done in LaTeX. So let me open the corresponding PDF file. Here, and since this is in the vector graphics format, you can zoom it as much as you want. It's not JPG or anything of that sort. You can zoom it as much as you want. It will not get pixelated because it's a vector graphics image. And then you can also change. So here I've used this. So
Sir, Rahul bhai,
yes.
I just want to ask, a small clarification.
Mm-hmm.
So when you say it is not getting blurred or pixelated, so you said it is vector graphic image. So what is the principle behind it? Means in physics wise, I am asking, why the thing is not getting that blurred?
Maybe it gets scaled when you zoom in, because SVG is also that. I mean, I'm not sure of the exact answer how it should be answered, but then SVG is also that kind of format. So SVG is the acronym for scalable vector graphics. So whenever you zoom it, it will also be zoomed. The pixel will also be zoomed. Okay, I'm not sure. I'm not so sure about that.
Okay, maybe we'll have a look at it. But this is this caught my attention. This is such a good thing, because if you zoom further and further, we got used to the thing that it will get blurred and all that. But this is totally contradictory.
Yeah, even the PDF images will not do such kind of thing. So since we insert plots in our research papers generated by Python, so and those are in the PDF format, so you can zoom them as much as you want. They will also not get pixelated, and those have very small. I mean, those take very small space also. Maybe some kilobytes, maybe 5 kilobytes, 10 kilobytes, but still you can zoom them as much as you want.
Okay, so addition to that, I just want to know, is it something related to the mathematical tricky we have played, or is this thing has anything to do with optics or optical illusion what our eye perceives?
Some math should be there. it should not be about optical illusion. I'm not so sure, but I think so. It should be related. It is. I mean, in that case also, in optical illusion case, math had something to do. But I mean, since I don't know, I cannot really answer. No, I cannot really answer.
So can we think along the line of fractal geometry or something of that sort?
I'm not sure.
Okay, okay. Because Roger Penrose used to show this thing when he used to explain the advanced quantum mechanics and quantum field theory.
Okay.
If you zoom further again, you will see the similar branches lying there. Maybe.
Oh no,
Okay.
that's a different thing. That's fractal. That something has to do with fractal. It's not.
Yeah. So that, I just gave an example because Frank Wilczek and Roger Penrose, they used to show similar sort of diagrams while explaining quantum mechanics, and symmetry underlies the principle.
Okay.
So maybe. Okay. Thank you, Rahul bhai. This is wonderful. Okay.
And then you can you can also change the type of this ornament. So let's say I make it 85.
Nikhil, want to ask something?
It will change something.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nikhil, please go ahead.
This format we call vector form, right?
Yes.
That one which have pixels in JPG we call Richter or something. What do we call that?
Yeah, it is no name.
That
Raster,
also
raster.
has
I think
something
raster.
raster. Okay.
Raster.
Raster. Okay, thank you.
So one is this, and maybe if you change, you will get something different. Let's say make it 80. You will get something different now. Oh, sorry, I did not change it. So let's do this, and you get something different. So you can also put them in different places in your document. I mean, I use it many times, so I thought I would also share this with you. Okay.
Please do share. I am desperate to use it somewhere.
And then you can also change the color. So this is the command I made. So you see, this is an example of a user defined command. So you can see here. So I have defined this command myself. So this is an example of user defined command. So it takes two arguments. One is the type of the ornament, and the other is color. So maybe if I make it black, it will take black color. Maybe 88 is this, or maybe 88. 88 is. I like 88 the most. So if I make it blue, it will take blue color, and so on. Okay. So after this, I'll go to geometry. So geometry is, I mean, is a quite handy kind of package as far as a document is concerned, because so let me show you an example. Yeah. So here you can see you have a lot of space here, lot of white space here. So how do you get rid of this extra white space? So one way of getting rid of this extra white space is to specify the amount of margin on the left, on the right, on the top, and the bottom. So this is done using geometry package. So let me show you an example of the geometry package. Oh gosh, can I close it? Sorry. So this is an example of geometry. Okay. So now you can see that if I don't use this, so if I don't use this, so what I've done here. Okay, so let me don't use this now. So first of all, let me just run this package. I mean, run this code without using geometry package, and we'll see the results. So have I used it here? Yeah. So this is. Oh no, sorry. One more thing. Yeah, here also. No. Yeah. So you can see here that if I don't use this geometry package, this is what I get. I mean, this is not very at least to me, not very pleasing document to look at, because it has a lot of white space here, a lot of white space here. But when I use this geometry package and then I specify top margin, bottom margin, left margin, right margin, so you see what happens now. This will happen. So now these margins have already been specified by me, and then you can also fine tune them, because there are more. This package will give you even more options, so you can fine tune your top margin or bottom margin. You can also remove this page number if you want. So this can also be done using LaTeX. So the next is hyperreference. So hyperreference. Okay, so can anyone guess what you would hyperreference for or hyperref for?
To provide the references, like if you will click on that, it will take into the specific page.
Yes, exactly. This is what it is used for. So hyper. Sorry.
No, nothing.
Okay. Maybe I've not put an example of hyperreference. Have I? No, I have not. Because hyperreference, I mean, I just state this package that you can. Okay, maybe I'll show you example in a document I have already made. Not this. So let me run this. It's fine. No, yeah, maybe this one. Okay. So so where would you use hyperreference? So one way is this. So you can change the color of these links. So first thing is you have to use hyperreference for this thing, that and then you can move within the document. So let's say you want to have a clickable link, let's say here, which says go to that page, go to that page, go to that page, go to that page. So you will use hyperreference for that purpose. Oh gosh. Okay, maybe you can read more about it, but then my purpose was to introduce, or at least inform you about that such a package exists if you ever need such a package. So I think I don't need this. Okay, so I've already talked about user defined commands, and let me also show you some. Okay, so let me do one example right here in front of you. So that is also related to defining the user defined command. So it's like this. Okay, so no, it's not correct. Sorry. Yes. Okay. So it is this. So whenever I do this, so here it is a name of the command. So let's say I make this command Rahul. Okay, and it is the number of arguments. So let's say I give only one argument, and the definition is that the text, that whenever I use Rahul, it should give me bold text and also the italic text. Okay, so here this is the way I would do it. Okay, so this is how I would define it, or maybe you can also make it, let's say, red color. Oh, I have to use the red color also. So whenever I use this command now, just like that, Rahul example, let's say here. So it will, so whenever I will use this new command Rahul, it will give me bold text and also the italic text. So let me run this and you will see what I mean. Can you see here? Is this understandable?
Yes.
Okay. So you don't have to put bold face italic all over again repeatedly. You just specify, or maybe I can also say that that this text should be serif font. Let's say serif font. So it will also do that for me. So you know, now you can see it is serif font. why it is not working? Okay, maybe I have to include more packages, because this is a very basic LaTeX document, so that's why it is not giving me italic. But yes, so you must have understood what I mean. And also let's say okay, so one more thing can be, so there are ways of defining also, like defining various objects, so that you don't have to write the same thing again and again. So let's say if I write and I define it this way. So let's say I want to write my name in IAST, let's say. Okay, so whenever I use this sum now, it will write my name in IAST. Now I compile the code. See, can you see this here? Rahula Kuthari. So here I've defined some that it will is there. Okay, so if you think of in terms of Python language, so these not exactly, but then yes. So one way of thinking about this definition is that so this is the variable sum which has this value. If we want to think of it in terms of programming, so there's some sound coming. Fine. So sum is the variable that that has this value. So this is what it will do. Okay. So now one is text picture and the Tcolorbox. So these are the last two packages that I would like to discuss. Tcolorbox is extremely useful package, and also the text picture. So let me talk about the text picture first. So text picture is used for drawing vector graphics images or vector to do vector graphics drawing in the LaTeX. So let me explain how it is done. So for the beginner, it might be a bit complicated, but then once you get used to it, it will become easier over the time. So this is this is actually my code, which I have used in one of my coming papers. It is not yet on the archive, but perhaps it will come soon. So once you compile this, so here I've used this package called TikZ, TIKZ, and also the arrows. So this is the TikZ library for arrows. So now when I compile this, you will see what I get. So it seems that what it will give, but then you will see it will give you such a beautiful image. It has been compiled now. So let me. So this is what it gives. So this is the output of this file. So this is the output of this code. Isn't it beautiful that you can write all these things on the diagram itself, and you can specify the angles. You can put these arrows. So all of these things has been done by that code only. Sorry, I mean using this code only. And then you have the complete freedom, or you have that precision, because unless you specify it very clearly, it will not, it will give you an error. So that means that you can put your lines, your text, your angles, your axis, labels, etc. very precisely. So here what I've done, so this is what I've done in this code. Okay. So any question for on the TikZ package?
No, sir.
And maybe you can, so maybe I can make some change here. So let's say I make it beta. So now the beta will appear as it should be. Here the beta has appeared here. Okay. And now the last package. So I mean, of course, this is not an exhaustive list of packages that come with Python. Oh, I'm sorry, LaTeX. So depending upon your application, you will do a basic Google search, and then it's almost always be true that you would be able to find something that is useful for you. So now let me end this discussion with the Tcolorbox package. So now let me talk about the Tcolor. Yeah. So Tcolor is all. I mean, so it's also again for, okay. So let me run the code and you will listen what I'm saying. So now let's run the code. So let me explain the code a bit now. So first thing is that this is the normal text. Okay, the blind text means some random text which I'm generating in the LaTeX, and here it is the Tcolorbox. So Tcolor will give you a colored box and with a proper heading and then some text inside. So let me show you what it gives. So this is this as you can see, this is a test document. So this comes here. This is a test document, whatever area till here, and then the subsection, some dummy text which is here. So section is this and section is here, and then the blind text, this blind text is this. And now when I use this, I'll get such a beautiful thing, you see. And then you can also change the color of it, and then you can also put change the color inside this box, and then you can also change the color of this and so on. Maybe I can use let's say boldface. Like this. So this is what it gives. You now see, it has converted into bold text. And since I've given this command to this, that whenever it goes beyond one page, it should write continue and do this. So it will continue writing the text inside the box, but it will write continued whenever the page ends. Okay, so I think I'm done with all the packages I wanted to discuss today. So if you have questions, you can ask me, or if you want me to try some things for you, I can do it. I can do them for you now.
Rahul bhai, actually, this is the thing I just want to ask you first thing. In LaTeX, we used to edit itself without writing this code, whatever you are editing in the left side, this one. But that can be done in TechMaker and other packages are there. So by using that, you can do this, right?
Yes.
So what is the package you are using, or is it specific to the Mac, your Apple?
No, it's not
I
the
think
case.
it won't be useful for.
No, so the thing is, whenever you install, so whenever you install MicTech, let's say MicTech for Windows, I think it's for Windows also. So that's about 3.5 GB file, 3.5 or 3 GB file. So it contains almost all the packages that you will ever need.
Which one? MicTech.
MicTech. I think it's MicTech for. I'm not sure what it is there for Windows, but perhaps it is MicTech.
MIKTECH.
MIKTEX.
Oh, TX. Okay.
MIKETEX.
Okay.
And for Mac it is MacTech. So I just installed the whole package and I got this. So I think, so if you install the bare minimum LaTeX system, then you may not get all the packages. But if you install that big file, 3.5 GB file, then you will certainly get almost all the packages.
Yes. That's what I was asking, because while I learn LaTeX as instructed by you, I used to edit in the LaTeX page itself, like we used to do in Word. Okay, so you use the different notation, this, that, and I get it done. However, there are certain things what you have done in your code, let's say what the manipulation as per your will, that only can be done only when you can write your own code. I suppose.
Yeah. Actually, when we discussed, so maybe I can stop recording now.